Well, hello again, basketball fans, and welcome to the Mule Barn on the campus of Fairfield High School. It's Black Diamond Conference basketball action tonight as the Hamilton County Foxes are in town to take on the Fairfield Mules. I'm Randy Olson, and along with Danny Anselman, and I do a lot of the Mules games, and, of course, all you fans on FoxesFans.net know that Danny does virtually all the Foxes games. So you got both of us tonight, Danny. We're going to have some fun here in the old Mule Barn.
Yeah, you know, it's always nice for us to get an opportunity to work games together. We always have a good time, and
really, we don't get to do it too much other than at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, you know.
Yeah, you know, we got a lot of togetherness down there.
We did, didn't we? We sure did. And we're glad you're watching us tonight on both websites. Regardless which one you're on, FoxesFans.net or AreaSports.net, we're streaming on both of them tonight. So take your pick. But Black Diamond Conference affair here tonight. Two teams kind of going in different directions, of course. The Fairfield Mules 25-2. Hamilton County Foxes 3-23, but the Foxes got a win last night against Carrier Mills.
Pulled one out of the bucket there last night, got the game to overtime, and was able to eke one out against Carrier Mills Wildcats last night.
Well, the first time that these two teams met each other down at McLeansboro, we did that game together, and Fairfield won that in impressive fashion by a score of 71-28. And if I recall, I think the Foxes only had 7 points in the first half, right?
It was 48-7 at halftime.
Wow. So if you're the Foxes and you come in as a heavy underdog tonight, I mean, yeah, you'd love to come in here and pull the major upset. But in reality, if you're the Foxes and you're Coach Doug Miller, what you're really looking to do tonight is to see what you can do to make your team better. Can you come in here and can you do a better job against the Mules tonight than what you did the first time? I think that's got to be one of the goals tonight, wouldn't you say?
Well, Scott McElravy's going to come out, and he's going to hit the Foxes with a full-court press. And, you know, the first half last time, we didn't get the ball across the half line many opportunities. And so it'll be to see if the Foxes can improve on that. You know, this Mules team, they use defense to offense that night.
Yeah, they sure do. And they've been doing that to a lot of people this year, their defense creating offense. So if you're Foxes, the game plan's got to be, can you score more points than you did the first time? Can you get more than 7 points at halftime? Can you get more than 28 for the game? Can you take care of the ball better than you did the first time? Can you cut down your turnovers against the Mules the first time? On the other hand, if you're Fairfield, you want to come out and you want to kind of fine-tune things as you get ready for the regional. You want to maybe work on some things that maybe you haven't had a chance to work on. We might even see them try a couple different defenses tonight or a couple different offensive sets that they haven't run yet just to try it out.
You know, this is a game, like you said, both teams have a different mission here tonight, and the Mules are trying to get KO'd for postseason. They're ready to move on to the next step. They've been checking all the boxes along the way here. I'm sure they're excited waiting on the seeds to come out on Thursday and then the pairings on Friday. Be interesting to see how that all shakes out.
Yeah, you mentioned Thursday is the seed meeting, and the seedings come out from the IHSA, and then, the brackets on Friday. We know that the two regionals in this area are Mount Carmel and Harrisburg. You got to figure that, Fairfield's going to be the number 1 seed. That's kind of a given. The number 2 seed should be Mount Carmel, and if it is, you figure that the Aces are going to stay at home and play in their place.
Yeah, 1 and 4 is going to be together, and 2 and 3 is going to be together, so it just matters where they shake out. The Lady Foxes down in Hamilton County, they got a good lesson in that. Vienna, the Foxes get the number 1 seed. They was thinking they were going to Wayne City to play, but they're going to drive 58 miles tomorrow night to go down and kick off first season at Vienna, because Vienna got the 4 seed and they're hosting, and 1 plays 4, so that's where the Foxes wound up.
Well, that's the way they did it, and that's how it's all set up. The Mules will have the services of Wyatt Gilbert back tonight. He's missed the last 2 games with a sprained ankle that occurred just before halftime of the Effingham game that we broadcast here live a couple Saturdays ago. So it's going to be good to have him back on the floor tonight. Coach says he's probably about, 90-95%, so he's going to give it a go tonight, maybe play a quarter or something, just see how he does.
Yeah, well, the worst thing you'd want to do is come out in a game like this and re-injure it. because they're going to need him in postseason play.
Yeah.
He's one of their best defenders.
Yeah, he really is. He's been kind of the stopper on defense. You and I saw him down at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament just put the kibosh on the point guard
on
of Heron, on Anthony. He just shut him down.
He took him completely out of the game.
Yeah, he didn't even score in the first half, and I think ended up with 2 or something.
This kid scored 28 points, 24 and 28 the 2 games before that, and he gets 2 against the Mules.
Right, so that's the kind of defensive player that Wyatt Gilbert is. Yeah, no doubt. Earlier games tonight, the Hamilton County freshmen won the freshman game 39-31. Looked pretty good doing it. And then the JV game was all Fairfield as they beat Hamilton County in the JV game 40-15. So we've had a split so far tonight.
That's only the 3rd loss for the Hamilton County JV team.
Is that right?
And we also had a first tonight. Cody Bailey comes home and he gets teed up.
Yeah, comes back to Fairfield, and he gets teed up tonight during the JV game.
We'll have a little fun out of that.
Yeah,
I think Scott McElravy's having fun with him right now. He was grinning.
Is he really? Well, that's kind of cool because Cody played for Coach McElravy, of course. Yeah. During our broadcast tonight, we're going to kind of take a trip down memory lane, too, and share with you some interesting stats and some stories. And some of you may want to weigh in with us a little bit online and send us some messages. We're going to talk about some of the great basketball teams of the past here in Southern Illinois in this nearby area, and particularly some of the coaches that we've seen down through the years. And when you start looking at the numbers, Danny, it's pretty darn impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
So we'll get into some of that a little bit later on, but let's take a little break right now and let you meet some of our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a minute to the Mule Barn here on FoxesFans.net and on AreaSports.net.
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
It's the heating season, and Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods remind you that they have fast, reliable propane delivery service to your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled up, you can bring them to Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods for fast service. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through our website at WainwrightPropane.com. And don't forget, we also have hot tubs and supplies for your hot tub as well at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods, located on West Main Street in. It's the heating season, and Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods remind you that they have fast, reliable propane delivery service to your home or farm. Sometimes you need an attorney who can look out for your interest. Located just a short drive away in Mount Vernon, Olson & Reeves offer a free consultation to discuss your needs. Everything is discreet and confidential. At Olson & Reeves, they can provide you with consultation and assistance with traffic law and DUIs, estate planning, living wills, divorce, real estate contracts, personal injury and accidents, as well as medical malpractice. Call Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law in Mount Vernon at 316-7322.
Welcome back to the Mule Barn. It's Black Diamond Conference basketball action tonight. Fairfield Mules and the Hamilton County Foxes. Mules are undefeated in conference play. And truthfully, Danny, I don't see anybody else left on the schedule that's going to challenge them. I mean, they do have a game this Friday night at Edwards County. The Lions have got the talent to be able to challenge the Mules a little bit. But your Foxes had a great game against Edwards County and had a chance to beat them here last week had they hit some free throws.
If they had shot free throws. You know, you just can't win close ball games shooting 43% from the free throw line. It ain't going to happen, folks. I'll tell you that right now.
And the thing with the Edwards County Lions team is you just don't know which team's going to show up.
And that sometimes goes from quarter to quarter.
Yeah.
You know, and
but they've got some streak shooters on that team, and if they get going, I mean, they can play with anybody if they get going. But you just never know which one of those teams is going to show up. I mean, I think they're 2-3 in the conference or something, and
11 and 10.
And with the talent that he's got,
they're about 11 and 11 because I think Cesar beat them over at Benton Saturday. Okay. So they're 11 and 11 on the season.
Yeah,
they're just. I don't know. They're a handful for Russ Gerlach. I can tell you
they
that.
are. I think there's just some internal issues there with some of the players just not getting along and not playing as a team, which is quite a contrast from what we see with this Fairfield bunch who loves to play as a team. They're very unselfish, and they really don't care who shoots or who scores. And we've seen that in person many times this year.
You know, and that's what makes them so tough, Randy. The Hamilton County girls are the same way. People wonder why they have success. You know, Clint Weinmiller just picked out they played El Dorado at Hamilton County here a while back, and 2 young ladies scored 20 apiece. They go to El Dorado 5 days later, and it's 2 different young ladies that score 20 apiece.
Yeah.
And when you have that, and McElravy's got that here with this Mules team right now.
He really does.
So many weapons. Who are you going to stop?
That's right.
You know, you say, okay, I'm going to key on this guy. McElravy's going to take Gus Walden away from the Foxes tonight. That's what's going to happen here. I can tell you that right now.
We're going to have the lowering of the flag here in just a moment and the playing of our national anthem. We'll take another quick timeout and be right back in just a moment.
Wherever life may take you, it all starts with the first step. Begin your journey with Frontier Community College, the foundation for your future.
Our national anthem here tonight at the Mule Barn, performed by the Fairfield Community High School Pep Band. And now we're going to meet the starting lineups for both teams, and we'll begin with those Hamilton County Foxes in their green tonight. You want to bring them out, Danny?
I can do that.
You know them.
At one guard will be Hunter Braden, the 6-foot senior. He'll be at one guard wearing number 20. At the other forward will be number 13, Zach Weaver, the 6'3 junior. He'll wear number 13. At a guard will be number 14, Evan Shelton, the 6-foot junior. At forward will be number 22, Garrett Webb, the 6'1 junior. And at center will be Gus Walden. He'll wear number 43, and he's 6. They say 6'3", and last night we discussed that, him and Mr. Weaver. We went down there and stood. And,
I heard you talking about that. Yeah.
Doug Miller needs a new tape measure. But the boys said it's a big secret how tall we are.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what they said.
I thought that was pretty funny. I heard you guys talking about that last night. I thought that was a great story. So, again, they go with Braden, Weaver, Shelton, Webb, and Walden. So Walden, the real story on Walden
is about 6'5".
About 6'5", okay.
He is vastly improved, Randy.
He has,
here's a young man that didn't even play junior high basketball.
Isn't that something?
And they kept him as a freshman, and they've just kept working, and he is pretty versatile now down there under that goal.
All right, they're going to kill the lights here, and people are going to bring their phones out. They're going to meet the members of the Fairfield Mules. It's so dark up here I can't even read now.
Number 1, Reese Lee.
Number 1 is Reese Lee. Of course, he was a very active part of the football success that the Mules had this year as well. Jazell O'Neal. He is a guy that really makes it go on the defense and good penetrator as well, but don't forget he can shoot it from the outside.
Could you imagine if he was still a Wayne City Indian?
Yeah, I'm sure that Coach over there would love to have him.
Forward, 6'3" junior, number 10, Kane Hicksonball.
Kane Hicksonball, we like to call him the silent assassin. He just kind of quietly goes about his business, and next thing you know, he's got 15 points.
Yeah, you know, guys like that are dangerous.
Yeah, they are.
Number 24, Landon Zerlini.
Landon Zerlini gets the start tonight. He started the last game and, you know, scored 18 points, including a slam dunk.
Number 32, Brian Estes.
And then Brian Estes, the big guy in the middle who can also step on the outside and take the shot. And Wyatt Gilbert will not get a start tonight, but we do expect to see him play because he is in uniform and has been out there. And we talked to Coach before the game, and he said that he expects him to give it a go tonight so he can at least test that ankle a little bit. So, again, they'll go with O'Neal, Hicksonball, Zerlini, and Estes.
The last time the Mules used full quarter court press, and then they dropped back into a 1-3-1 half court trap.
Yeah. We'll see what they employ tonight.
And that trap, I remember, they were just like a pack of vultures. They was just lined up. McElravy told them they had to wait till they got across the half line, and they was just lined up four deep right across the half line saying, come on, boys, come across.
All right, it's going to be Walden jumping the center circle against Estes. Black Diamond Conference basketball ready to get underway here at the Mule Barn. Mules will have it first. O'Neal will control the offense out front.
Fox is open in a 2-3.
Well, let's see how the Mules handle that. You know, when Olney played a zone against the Mules, they certainly had some trouble with that. Here's the alley-oop for Estes. It was there, but just couldn't get it to go down.
Hicksonball comes away with it.
They'll reset the offense out to Reese Lee. He's looking inside, and a steal by the Foxes. Quickly in transition they go. Layup is in.
By Braden.
Braden, Hunter Braden with the bucket. Makes it 2-0 in favor of the Foxes. Good start for Hamilton County. Mules back on the other end now. They go down low. Hicksonball is surrounded. Back out to Reese Lee. Skip pass it over to O'Neal. Down the corner to Hicksonball. Back out to Zerlini. You know he loves to shoot out there, and that's why. A 3-ball for Zerlini. He's been doing that all season long.
Can't give him an inch.
No, you sure can't. 3-2 Mules just underway here in the first quarter.
Comes that 1-2-2 full court trap.
See if the Foxes can handle it. They certainly had trouble with it down McLeansboro, and that's going to be a timeout right away.
He saved them.
Mm-hmm. That was going to be a 10 count, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I remember Doug used his timeouts pretty early down at McLeansboro.
Oh, yeah, he was almost out by halftime.
Yeah, a timeout right now. You know, and that's, you can't work on this in practice against this type of caliber team. And that's the thing. You can try it against your JV team, but it's not the same, is it, Danny?
You cannot duplicate it. You know, that's one thing that's helping the Mules. Their JV team's pretty strong.
Oh, yeah.
And his group he's got on the bench, he can put those kids together, and they can push them. You know, they got the same thing going at Mount Vernon. They got a great JV team, and they really push the varsity team.
That makes a difference. It does. All right, after the timeout, Foxes get it across the line. Down low, they work it to Webb. Webb back out now to Shelton. And they'll set the offense up with Braden. Braden is guarded by O'Neal.
Mules in a man-to-man.
Braden gives the ball up now to Shelton.
They had a switch. They had O'Neal on Walden.
Shelton goes around a screen. Looked like he had a layup, but Hicksonball slapped it out of bounds with a big block.
You know, the first guy ain't the guy that gets you. Usually it's the second guy.
Mm-hmm. Trigger man will be Shelton on the out-of-bounds. And they bring it in to Weaver. Out to Braden. He's guarded by Reese Lee. Picks up his dribble. That gets rid of it. To Shelton again. Shelton guarded by Zerlini. Officials counting out there. Close close to a 5-second count. And that's going to be a foul on Hicksonball as he went for another block. Go ahead, Danny.
Last night, that was the thing Doug Miller was complaining about. Foxes were playing some pretty good defense down here, and the officials wasn't counting. And I mean, they were practically, they were a lot closer than me and you,
really,
and they wasn't counting.
Wow. Hunter Braden at the line for the Foxes, and he misses the first one. And that free throw shooting has been one of the woes of the Foxes as of late, hasn't it?
All season. 43%.
43 for the season?
For the season.
Wow. And that one's short. Rebound offensively there underneath. And ball goes out of bounds.
Turnover.
Will Bowers in the game, I guess.
Number 1.
43?
No, that's Walden.
Okay, they got a different number on him.
Gus Walden, 43.
We had 2 43s on the roster.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Shelton will bring it up for the Foxes after the turnover by the Mules. 5:25 to play here, opening quarter. Trying to run some motion here against that man-to-man. They had Walden breaking in the lane, but they missed him there. Now it comes back out again to Braden. Guarded by Zerlini. Officials counting. Picks up his dribble. There's a bounce pass on the back door. The shot is missed underneath there by Webb. And foul's called on the Mules. Webb had the layup.
Yep.
Just couldn't quite convert.
Foul's going to be on Reese Lee. 3-2, 5:02 to play. First quarter.
Fox is hanging so far as Webb is at the line. And makes that one. Again, the first time these two teams met, the Foxes only mustered 7 points in the first half. In and out on that one. 1 for 4 from the line so far for the Foxes. And there's a reach-in foul. That's a cheap one on Weaver.
Yep, sure is.
You don't want to get a foul 80 feet from the basket.
14, Evan Schultz, his first. The Foxes first.
And it's a first-team foul on the Foxes, and the Mules will bring it up. O'Neal will have it.
I'm a little surprised right now. The Mules are kind of playing at a pace that favors.
Yeah, you're right. Reese Lee with a shot from behind the arc. It's no good. Rebound by the Foxes. Yeah, Hamilton County would prefer to play a slower-paced game.
Oh, yeah. They just don't have the horses to compete with the Mules.
You want to shorten the game.
You want to slow it down if you can. And the Mules are going along with them right now.
So far they are, as Webb has it out front, guarded by Hicksonball.
And maybe that's something Michael Ravy wanted to work on.
Could be, because there may be some other teams that try that same approach. Walden has it at the top of the circle. Guarded by Estes. Comes over here to Shelton. There's a pass inside. A little fadeaway is no good by Webb. The follow is good.
Walden with the stick back.
Walden's gotten a lot better at those offensive rebounds and stickbacks as the season's come along, hasn't he?
He's done a lot better job of finishing.
5-3 as the Foxes have the lead here at the 3:52 mark for the first quarter. Yeah, that's knocked out of bounds by Zach Weaver. Fairfield has been consistently ranked in the top 10 in the state, and they still are with this record of 25-2. Here's O'Neal on the baseline, and he is fouled.
Done a nice job getting the Foxes in the air. This foul is going to be on Shelton, his first. Second on the Foxes.
Stops the clock with 3:42 to go here, opening quarter. Well, I guess you're Hamilton County. You want a power outage about right now, huh? Up 5-3. What do you think, Billy Rocket?
I don't think they'd cancel the game, though. Wyatt Gilbert getting ready to come in.
Yep. Also, you got
Luke Dagg.
And
number 3 is McElravy, isn't it?
Yep. Noah McElravy, the coach's son, is in the game, and Cody Cantrell is in the game.
McElravy wears 3, not 10.
So we got 4 new guys in there to go along with O'Neal, and free throw is good. 5-4 is our score. Here comes that pressure defense by the Mules. Inbound by the Foxes. There's a trap. See how they handle it. They get it up to mid-court and across. Almost throw it away, but they do gather it back in as Shelton controls it.
Made it interesting.
Guarded by Gilbert. Boy, Gilbert's going to be on him. Good way to test that ankle. As Webb has it right now. Webb guarded by Dagg. Here's a drive by Webb. Shot is in and out. No good. It's just spun out of there. Rebound by the Foxes. Back up and in on the second effort by Webb. And Foxes are up 7-4, and timeout's going to be called by Coach Scott McElrader. So, with timeout on the court, we will take timeout as well, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Underwriting on the Vines made possible by Fairfield Printing, Graphics, and Sporting Goods. You can support your favorite team with T-shirts and other team gear, including Sisney, Wayne City, Fairfield, Jasper, New Hope, and others. The new location features a larger showroom with more products and services being added. Fairfield Printing, Graphics, and Sporting Goods also does banners in a variety of sizes, as well as business printing needs like letterhead, envelopes, and business cards. Their website is fairfieldprintingandgraphics.com, and we appreciate their underwriting.
Back at the Mule Barn, well, Danny, we barely played 5 minutes, and already the Foxes have equaled their entire output during the first meeting against the Mules, as they have 7 points and lead at 7-4 here in the early going of the first quarter.
Where's your scoreboard?
Oh, thank you. I didn't press the overlay button.
Well,
I appreciate it. I'm putting the score in, and I didn't have the overlay button pushed. Thanks. O'Neal ties it at 7-7. Somebody send you a message?
Yeah, I'm getting in trouble because you.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll blame Billy Rocket, even though he's not here. All right. Billy's our engineer tonight.
Yeah, Crystal. It's not Danny at the I'm just coasting tonight.
Hey, thank you, Crystal. Appreciate it. I'm asleep at the wheel here. Camera lady's not here, so I'm multitasking.
Yeah, I'm in the rocking chair tonight.
Yeah, you've never tried that where you're running the camera too, have you? That's not easy.
No, I'm not planning on it either.
You know better.
Well, I don't know. I may Thursday night, because I'm telling you, camera lady's not going to Vienna Thursday night. It's her grandson's birthday.
Oh, okay, I got it.
I guarantee you where she's going to be.
Hunter Braden has it for the Foxes out to Webb. Yeah, seriously, we do appreciate that, Crystal. We
yes,
just let that slip through.
Anytime we get critiqued, we love it.
Oh, no, that's fine. Weaver missed the shot. Here's a long breakaway as the pass is thrown down, and the layup is missed by Gilbert. Fox is back the other way. Shot up off glass, is scoring. How about that? Hunter Braden on the bucket. And the Foxes lead at 9-7. Here's a shot from the wing. It's off no good by the Mules. Hamilton County's just come out with a lot of energy here tonight.
Off to a good start. Doug Miller's got to be happy with how his team's responded.
Well, they're fresh off that win last night against Carrier Mills. Tip back up, no good on that one. As Weaver had a chance to tip it in, but it came off. And here's a drive by O'Neal, and he puts it up and in.
I'll tell you what, that's what it makes him so dangerous.
He got that quick first step, and he just blew by the green shirts that time.
He's got 6 out of their 9.
We're tied up at 9 apiece with approaching a minute to go here in the first quarter play. Out of bounds to the Foxes. Garrett Webb will trigger it in. And he comes into Walden. Walden guarded by Dagg. Gets it over to Braden. Braden down into the corner to Weaver. Weaver goes inside to Walden. He almost walked with it. Comes back out to Braden. Now to the top to Shelton. Over on the left wing now. They work it to Garrett Webb. Webb's going to drive. He's going to put up a shot, and that one spins out.
My goodness, that ball was a long way down and come out.
That rim must be greased down there. That's 2 of them that spun out there in the first quarter. Here's Wyatt Gilbert. Down in the corner now to Cantrell. He'll drive baseline, runs out of room, gets it over to O'Neal. O'Neal spins, goes up for the shot, and off the window, it's good. Fairfield takes the lead now, 11-9 with 16 seconds to go. Here's a quick pass down to Walden. Works on his man, 10 seconds left. There's a double team. They'll come out for a long 3, and it's off the mark, no good by Shelton. Rebound back out to Webb. Webb back over to Shelton. This one is short high off the rim, and the horn sounds to end the first quarter play. After one period, it's Fairfield 11 and Hamilton County 9. We'll come back to take a look at second quarter action in just a moment on FoxesFans.net and on AreaSports.net.
Fairfield Produce is a big supporter of the Mules and are happy to sponsor this broadcast. Visit Fairfield Produce for birdseed and feed for all kinds of farm animals. They proudly sell Macaulay's horse feed, which is the same feed from the same mill that is fed to the famous racehorses like American Pharoah and Justify. Cindy Grimes also invites you to stop in at Fairfield Produce for Diamond brand dog food and cat food, as well as dog collars with personalized name tags. Fairfield Produce also carries styrofoam products you might need, as well as frozen food. Fairfield Produce is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and 8 to noon on Saturday at 206 Southeast 2nd Street in Fairfield.
Back at the Mule Barn here, Randy Olson along with Danny Anselman, and Hamilton County comes in at 3-23. The Mules are 25-2, but the Foxes don't care. They brought some energy tonight here, Danny.
Foxes are 4 out of 11 in the first quarter, 1 out of 4 from the free throw line. The Mules are 4 out of 7 and 1 out of 2. 2 turnovers for the Mules, but the biggest thing for the Foxes, 1 turnover, Randy.
That's certainly an improvement over the first time that they met down in McLeansboro. Here is the inbound.
And I said that, and I jinxed them.
Cantrell throws it down to Reese Lee. Out to Zerlini, back to Lee. I think that Coach McElroy trying to light a fire under his team because the Mules a little bit complacent. And, that's a dangerous thing when you come in against an opponent that you handled, 71-28 the first time. It's easy to come in very complacent and think, hey, we can just show up and go through the motions and win. But the Foxes have brought some energy tonight, and so the Mules are going to have to respond.
And the longer they hang around, the more dangerous they become.
That's what generally happens in situations like this, yep. Here's Cantrell into Estes. Estes is triple team.
That's a walk.
And he did. He traveled with the basketball. Turnover on the Mules. We're just underway here, second quarter action. Foxes working against the press. Hunter Braden.
Here's this one. Now they're going to drop back to him, man. I thought it looked like it was going to go that 1-3-1 trap.
Mm-hmm. Shelton has it, gets it over to the right side to Weaver. Weaver hands it back off to Braden. Here's the alley-oop to Walden, and he somehow gets it up off the glass.
I don't know how he got that one in there.
Well, he really reached out with his long arms and grabbed that one and snared it and put it in off the window. Ties the game at 11 apiece. Top of the key, it's Reese Lee, in and out, no good. Rebound, Walden. Gets it out to Braden. Braden between the circles against Hicksonball. Comes now to Shelton. Inside to Webb, down low. There's a pump fake. Shot up no good by Weaver.
It was blocked.
Another offensive grab there by the Foxes. They'll try it again.
Esty said, don't bring that in here.
So far, the Foxes have been getting the 50-50 balls in this game. Nice pass down low, but the shot is missed down there by Walden. Rebound by the Mules. They want to push it. Here comes Estes all the way down. He missed the shot, but he's going to be fouled.
Braden's going to pick up the foul, but he is first.
That's something that's been very successful for the Mules all year long, is grabbing that ball and going in transition. And that's what they tried to get going there. As Estes was fouled, he'll go to the line. Free throw's good. 12-11, Fairfield leads at 6:15 to go in the first half. Billy Rocket says he's sorting baseball cards while he's enjoying the Mules and Foxes tonight.
I'm surprised he didn't have something about the Illinois.
Well, just don't tell him about it. Maybe he doesn't know. I haven't looked at the updated score.
He better be resting up. I think he's going to Vienna with me Thursday night.
All right. You going to have him driving or what?
He hasn't confirmed that.
Well, maybe he'll confirm that now by text. Caden Richards into the ball game for the Foxes. He hands it off in the corner. They try to go back to him, and Reese Lee is there to jump in the passing lane, steal it.
Turnover number 3 on the Foxes.
Gets it to O'Neal. O'Neal to Hicksonball. Back to O'Neal. Down to Estes. Shoots it from the baseline. That's good.
Nice little shot.
15-11. Mules by 4.
This Mules team can make it happen so fast.
And that was almost a 5 count, and
Full.
Doug Miller knew it, called timeout. So timeout on charge to the Foxes with 5:31 to go here. And we will take timeout as well and be right back.
Carter Turf and Tractor is now open in their beautiful new location on West Main Street in Fairfield in the former Save-A-Lot building. Carter Turf and Tractor is your area dealer for high-quality Kubota tractors in a variety of sizes. Perfect for a landscaping business or to easily handle a variety of jobs around your home or farm. They can customize a solution for your needs. They also have the Kubota RTV utility vehicles for on-road and off-road transportation and hauling needs. When there's mowing or lawn work to be done, Carter Turf and Tractor has you covered with Exmark riding mowers and walk-behind mowers. They also feature a good selection of Echo brand brush cutters, trimmers, and chainsaws, as well as Honda and Generac generators. Come in and see for yourself at the new Carter Turf and Tractor, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 on Saturday.
Back at the Mule Barn, Black Diamond Conference basketball action tonight here as the Foxes are hanging with the Mules so far as Fairfield leads at 15-11, Hamilton County with the basketball.
Billy's still thinking about Thursday night.
Thinking about it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Caden Richards has it across the timeline for the Foxes.
There's
a
a
reach
foul
in by Hickson ball, and the foul's called.
That's 2 on Hickson ball. He's getting pretty old, you know. Sometimes these old guys got to be home early.
Yeah. Past his bedtime. 74-68 Illini over Michigan State with 1:52 to go. I just can't believe that.
This is gonna be good if the Spartans go down.
I'll never live it down.
2 Illini guys.
Could be 3 losses in a row for Sparty. That's crazy. They were ranked 5th in the state and they're dropping, or 5th in the nation and dropping 3 in a row if they fall to the Illini. All right, Foxes have it here with Weaver. Out to Webb. Webb working against Zerlini. Comes back to Weaver. There's a double team. He gets rid of the double team over to Shelton. And then the reach-in foul is going to be called
on Zerlini.
On Zerlini, yep.
4th foul on the Mules.
Well, you know, when you're 25-2, you're always going to have the target on your back. And so you have to expect that you're going to get the other team's best effort each night. And Mules have got to expect that. And that's what the Foxes are giving them tonight. A lot more energy and effort than what we saw down in McLeansboro, for sure. Trying to go inside to Walton as they had him posted up. Instead, they come inside the lane to Braden, and he gets it to fall.
Hunter Braden with 2.
Got the shooter's roll on that one, didn't he? Mules back in the front court, leading it by 2. They try to go into Dag and slapped away and stolen by the Foxes.
Turnover number 4 on the Mules.
Hunter Braden has it. Picks up his dribble. Now comes over to Shelton with it.
This is not near enough fast-paced game for the Mules.
No. This is definitely more to the Foxes' liking.
You know, the Mules.
Richards throws it away.
Turnover number 4 on the Foxes.
Richards tried to come back to Weaver and just threw it behind him.
You know, the Mules like to be in that 70 range at the end of the game, and we're halfway to half, and it's 15-13.
Well, that tent meeting that Billy Rocket was talking about last night on your broadcast, we might be seeing that happen in the Mules locker room at halftime. As a shot is put up by Zerlini.
He's going to get Webb for a foul. You know, I don't know.
I think we'll see a lot more energy out of the Mules in the second half. What do you bet?
Yeah, I would think.
Landon Zerlini at the line. Again, the other night he had 18. And a starting role.
Got 4 here tonight. He gets the first one.
74-70 with 57 seconds to go. Billy's just chomping at the bit.
So am I, Billy. Just keep sending it. As long as the Illinois is winning, just let us know. Old Sparty over here, he's not going to have an easy night tonight. This is the only guy that when it gets to be NCAA tournament time at the sports couch has on 4 different T-shirts.
Zerlini made all 3 of them.
He just keeps peeling them off till he gets the one that's winning.
Here's a touchdown pass on the other end to Hunter Braden, and he missed the layup. Had the wide open look.
That's a killer.
He got back behind the Mules defense, and he missed it. And there's a tip in by Luke Dagg. What a play by Luke Dagg. He got inside rebounding position on the weak side, and now here's a steal by Estes, and the Mules starting to turn it on. And a foul's going to be called inside. So after the miss by Hunter Braden, it kind of ignited Fairfield a little bit.
Yep. Well, what that does is that's a 4-point swing. You lose 2 down here, and they get 2 down here.
Here's Luke Dagg in the lane. His shot is no good. And rebound by the Foxes. They'll get it ahead to Shelton. Out to Braden. Braden tries to go in the lane, throws it away. Picked up by O'Neal. He throws it ahead. Intended for Dagg. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Foxes. Turnover on the Mules.
5 on the Mules, 6 on the Foxes.
Shot from the corner, and it's no good by Braden. And it's out of bounds. Actually, that shot was by Webb.
Yes, and he's going to get a foul. His second. Thrain's going to come in the game for him so he don't get a third one before halftime.
Freshman's got to be kind of tired after playing that freshman game. Brady Thrain, a 5'9" freshman.
And the JV game.
Yep. He's logged some minutes tonight, hasn't he?
He's logged some minutes several games here lately.
7-point lead for the Mules. They have the basketball. Noah McElravy for 3. He missed it. And it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Fox's basketball. Back at the ball game for Fairfield is going to be Cody Cantrell, 6'1" senior. Fox's ball. They get it to Braden. He'll try to bring it up against McElravy. Goes in the lane, stops, puts up the shot. He's fouled by McElravy.
Braden to the line for 2.
Team fouls even at 5 apiece now. And again, a chance for the Foxes to score with the clock stopped. Free throw is no good. Well, Billy,
1 out of 5.
Billy, I'm counting on Cassius Winston to pull this baby out for the Spartans. So
Spartans are going down.
Missed them both. Tough free throw shooting for Hamilton County as they continue to struggle. What'd you say, 43% for the year?
43 for the season.
Wow. Here's Zerlini from the corner. It's no good. Rebound weak side by Weaver for the Foxes. Ahead now to Brady Thrain, the freshman, working against Zerlini. Zerlini just sophomore for Fairfield. Almost a steal by Estes. Knocked out of bounds. Right in the lap of Kurt Wood. Don't get hurt down there, Curdy. Evan Shelton will trigger it in for the Foxes. Weaver against O'Neal. Minute 45 to go in the half. Gives it up to Shelton. Shelton around a screen. Goes up for the shot. Missed it. Ball comes right back to him. They'll reset it. They're wanting to get the ball inside to Walden on the post, but can't quite get it to him. Here's a drive baseline. Shots up and in by Evan Shelton. Nice drive by Shelton. Cuts the lead to 5. It's 20-15. Foxes keep hanging around. Minute 09 left in the first half, Danny. Here's Estes down the lane. His shot is no good, but he's fouled.
Fouled by Walden. That'll be his first.
So Brian Estes will be at the line. So if you logged on tonight expecting to see a blowout, it's been a totally different type of game here.
Estes is 3 out of 3. And the Mules are 3, 6, 7 out of 9.
Both free throws are good by Estes. Fairfield's been a pretty good free throw shooting team all year. Here's the inbound to Walden. Gets it ahead to Webb. Webb in the corner to Thrain. Back out to the top now to Shelton. Now working in the corner. Here's a drive baseline by Webb. They lose the handle on the ball. It's taken away by the Mules. Reese Lee gets it to Gilbert. Over in the corner to O'Neal. Cantrell now. He's going to be fouled.
By Shelton. That'll be his second. 41 seconds left here in the half.
A quick first half, too, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been.
So Cantrell will be at the line. Checking back in for the Foxes is Caden Richards, replacing Weaver. First free throw by Cantrell's good. Foxes won last night. I almost said 49-47 because that's what I thought it was going to be last night, but it was 49-41, wasn't it?
Yes.
As that's.
Oh, Gilbert gets the rebound. That's a killer.
Reese Lee for three, in and out, no good. Rebound Richards taken away by Lee and out of bounds, going to belong to the Foxes. 32 ticks left here in the first half. Billy says the Illini are struggling on free throws. Down to Walden. He goes for the dunk, and he's fouled. Walden was going to flush it for the Foxes, but was fouled on his way to the rim.
Estes.
And Gus will go to the line. Some of the Foxes fans are saying basket interference across the way. Free throw by Walden is no good. Danny's over here shaking his head at these missed free throws.
Well, right now they're 1 out of 8.
Yeah, tough to win when you...
1 out of 7, actually, because he's going to shoot the 8th one here in a minute. Got it.
Got that one. 23-16. 30 seconds to go here in the first half. See what the Mules do. They got Gilbert back in the game. He'll bring it up. First game back after missing 2 games with that injured sprained ankle that he rolled right before the end of the first half against Effingham. Mules are going to run it down for the final shot. We're down to 10 seconds now. O'Neal has it. Back to Gilbert with 6 seconds. Gilbert down the lane, loses the handle, picks it back up, missed the shot. Estes gets it, scores, count the bucket, and he's fouled with 9/10
What
of
a
a
killer
second.
for the Foxes.
9/10 of a second left as Estes sticks it in, and then he'll have a chance to add the and one. And that foul was called on
Leakey.
Who came in the game as the free throw is missed. That's the end of the first half. Our score is Fairfield 25 and Hamilton County 16. We'll come back and take a look at first half stats, talk more about this game and other stuff coming up this week in just a moment here live on FoxesFans.net and on AreaSports.net. Stay tuned.
Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jaggers Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jaggers Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jaggers Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon. It's the heating season, and Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods remind you that they have fast, reliable propane delivery service to your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled up, you can bring them to Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods for fast service. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through our website at WayneWhitePropane.com. And don't forget, we also have hot tubs and supplies for your hot tub as well at Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods, located on West Main Street in
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
Welcome back to the Mule Barn. Halftime score here. Fairfield leading it over Hamilton County 25-16. I'm Randy Olson with Danny Outselman. And, my Michigan State Spartans have fallen to the Illini tonight. I'm actually an Illini fan, except when they're playing Michigan State, of course. But that's a tough loss for Sparty. That's 3 in a row. I don't know what's going on. Tom Izzo's going to have to rally the troops here. They were ranked 5th in the nation, and now they're having a hard time beating anybody. Lost to Indiana at home. Now lose on the road at Champaign tonight. Well, 25-16 is our score here. After one quarter of play, it was Fairfield up by over Hamilton County 11-9. But the Foxes have brought a lot of energy tonight, and Fairfield's come out just a little bit flat. Foxes have not been very stellar at the free throw line. Otherwise, this would be a much tighter basketball game at halftime, Dan.
2 out of 8 for 25%.
2 out of 8. Okay.
They're shooting 7 out of 19 on field goals for 37%. Got 7 turnovers. Hunter Braden has 6. Evan Shelton 2. Garrett Webb 3. Gus Walden 5. For the Mules, they are 7 out of 17 on field goals for 41%, but they're 9 out of 11 from the free throw line for 82%. Got 5 turnovers in the first half. Scoring, Giselle O'Neill has 8. Cody Cantrell has 1. Brian Estes has 8. Landon Zerlini 6. And Luke Dagg 2 to give us a halftime score of 25-16.
They've got some of the fans out of the stands on the floor shooting half-line shots here.
I wish
halftime.
Billy Rocket was here. He'd be down there because
he probably would.
He said he could do it.
Well, we'd give him $1 to go down and do it, wouldn't we?
I'm paying it.
Yeah. We got the pep band here entertaining us at halftime. You know, this Mules team, Danny, at 25-2, they're just a couple of wins away from tying the school record for all-time wins here at Fairfield. If they win tonight, it'll be win number 26. The record here is 27, which was the 1992 team that went 27-5. But, there's been some other good teams, not only here at Fairfield, but some other places in Southern Illinois. And you and I were kind of looking at some of those numbers here before the game, and it's kind of mind-boggling when you think about it. You look at this Fairfield team this year at 25-2, and you think that there's a good chance they could go into the regional at 29-2, and, could go pretty far in postseason play and maybe, one of those teams that we talk about for years and years from now. But, you go back and you look at the 83 and the 84 Foxes. The 83 team was 31-4. The 84 team was 35-0. You look at those Lawrenceville teams of 82 and 83 that were back-to-back 34-0 teams. And then you look at some of these coaches and some of the teams that they've had.
Well, you had Dave Lee at Hamilton County for 13 years.
Yeah.
He had a record of 302 and 85. He won 78% of the games he coached in. The 4 years I was in high school, we were 77 and 31. We won 72% of the time. And, it just makes you wonder. Then you have his son. He went to Nashville. He was at Nashville for 18 years.
Right.
And he won 77% of the games he played in or coached in over there. Then you got a guy like Dick Korn, 32 years, Randy.
Yeah.
708, 259 for a 732 winning percentage. He had 2 first-place finishes in state, 1 second, and 1 fourth.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, let's throw a trivia question out there to some of our viewers and listeners here this evening, okay? Since we're talking about great coaches from years gone by here in Southern Illinois and great teams from years gone by, what 2 famous coaches in Southern Illinois basketball history, and one of them you've already mentioned, what 2 coaches in Southern Illinois have the distinction of having taken teams to the state tournament 5 times each, but never placing at state? What 2 coaches have gone to the state tournament 5 times but did not place? If you think you know that, either send us a text message or go to our Facebook page on AreaSports.net on Facebook and give us your guess of who those 2 coaches are. What do you think, Billy Rocket? Who are they?
Kurt Reed had a record at Hamilton County, or his whole coaching career, I guess it was, 805 and 442 for a 646. He had a 3rd place finish. Head coach at Pinckneyville right now, Bob Wagner's been there 11 years. He's 269 and 78 for a 775. Tom Welch up at Flora had a 761 winning percentage. Rich Herron in 25 years. He was 521 and 192 for a 731.
How about Rob Flanagan at Olney? You got him on there?
No, I didn't write it down.
How about Brad Weathers at when he was at Nashville?
Didn't write that one down either. Scott McElravy here. He's won about 60% of his games.
Well, it is pretty amazing what some of these coaches did. And, you know, you take a look at basketball back around 1981 to 1985, kind of in that early 80s realm. There was a lot of really powerhouse teams back then here in Southern Illinois. And, well, for example, that Benton team went up to the state tournament and ran into that Lawrenceville team that was 34-0.
They were 27-4. They beat us 3 times my senior season, by 30, by 15, and by 8.
Yeah.
And after they won the regional against us by 8, they never had a game within 20 points, and they go up and play Lawrenceville first game at state and get beat by 30. Yeah,
Benton was waxing everybody, and then they get beat by 30, up at state tournament against Lawrenceville. So, but, yeah, back in those early 80s, you had some great teams around here. And so you have to wonder, this Fairfield team, where will they fall in the history books? You know, they're 25-2 right now, have an excellent chance of getting 30 wins or more this year, going deep in postseason.
Well, I talked to a veteran official, 40 years of officiating a couple of years ago down at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, and I asked him, I said, in your 40 years of officiating, what era was the best era of basketball? He said the 80s by far. He said, matter of fact, they ought to go get some old VHS tapes of the 80s and show these kids what basketball is today. Well, there was some good basketball in the late 70s, too, but I do think that era from 81 to 85 was really a very special era. You know, you take that 78 team that El Dorado had down there with Mike Duff on it. Right. You know, Randy, I was a youngster, and I got the honor to see him play at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament for several years down there. A gentleman named Frank Zachman, he used to come by and pick me up. And he sold fertilizer and chemicals, and one of his suppliers gave him seats, and we sat on the front row of the chair seats just to the left-hand side of the half line. And he took me to games when I wasn't hardly big enough to go to the El Dorado Holiday Tournament. We'd be there for the first game, and we'd be there for the last game.
How about that? And
I can still remember Mike Duff. If he hadn't got killed in that tragic plane crash, I believe you saw him play professional basketball.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but good chance he could have. All right, second half action is underway here as the Mules have it, as O'Neill goes in for the alley-oop to Estes. The Foxes snuff it out, but Estes is still able to score off glass to make it 27-16. Let's see if the Mules come out with a lot more energy here in the second half after going to the locker room to.
Estes got 10 on the night.
Foxes try to drive baseline. It's cut off. Shot is up and rolls off the rim. No good by Weaver. Rebound by the Mules. They want to push it. Hicksonball has it. Comes over to O'Neal. O'Neal to Zerlini in the corner. Now to Hicksonball. Skip pass over to Reese Lee. Back to O'Neal. Zerlini's going to let it fly. He got it. That was a deep one that time. Really deep. Makes it 30-16.
And this is how fast it can happen to you.
They can score in bunches. And a lot of times that defense will create offense too. We've seen it time and time again. Mules going to turn up the defense here, I think. They're going for the trap right now. Foxes get it. Here's a drive, and the shot is blocked out of there.
Twice by Estes.
As Hunter Braden tried to score, Reese Lee has it now, gets it ahead to O'Neal. In the corner goes to Hicksonball. He's cut off, and he stepped on the end line, and it's going to go the other way.
2 veteran officials refereeing their final game at the El Dorado Gym tonight.
Is that right?
Yep, Mr. Guy Alonji and Chuck Hughes.
No kidding.
They're hanging it up at the end of the year.
All right. Hunter Braden brings it up for the Foxes. Here's a drive down low underneath. Garrett Webb, no good, stays with it and scores on the second effort. Webb makes it 30-18. Long three-pointer by Zerlini.
Almost the same spot.
I'll tell you, he when he gets going,
oh yeah,
he can fill it up in a hurry. Again, just a sophomore too for the Mules. Fox is trying to answer now with something offensively. Shelton has it out front. Comes right side now to Weaver. There's a pass down low. Shot on the baseline, no good by Walden, and rebound by the Mules. They throw it ahead to O'Neal. Back out to Zerlini. In the corner, Hicksonball. He'll let it go. It's no good. And Reese Lee battles for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. It's off him. Foxes will control. 5:26 to play here, third quarter. Mules by 15. They led it by 9 at the half. Braden across the timeline, goes around a screen, comes back out to the top to Webb. Mules keep trying to trap. Shelton has it. They go down on the baseline to Walden, and
Hicksonball is going to pick up his third foul.
And up off the bench is going to be Luke Dagg coming in to replace Kane Hicksonball.
You talk about a guy that's got some spring, Luke Dagg.
Yeah, he does. And I'll tell you what, when Luke Dagg comes in the game, something's going to happen. May be good, may not be so good, but something's going to happen when Dagg comes in the game. He knocks that one away. Yeah, he definitely has a lot of energy. Here's a pass over to Weaver. Weaver going to lob it in to Walden. He goes up the shot, missed the bunny. Rebound underneath by Hunter Braden. It's blocked, and Estes comes away with it.
That's what Estes creates in there, that goal.
Couple point-blank chances there missed by the Foxes. There's a miss by the Mules, and on the rebound, Walden had it.
Estes is going to pick up a foul.
And it'll be out of bounds to the Foxes, and that's going to be 2 fouls on Brian Estes.
It's like the NCOE Fighting Cardinals junior high team is going to advance to the state championship on Friday night in Class M.
All right.
They're up 39-31 in overtime with 16 seconds left.
Zach Weaver missed the driving layup on the baseline as the Mules got a piece of that one, and they come away with the ball. Here's Reese Lee for 3. It's no good. Rebound, Zerlini with a little jump hook. That makes it 35-18, and timeout is called by the Foxes. Got a couple of scores to pass along here, Danny. Robinson kind of stepped out of state tonight to take on a team from Terre Haute. It was North Vigo from Terre Haute, and the Terre Haute team beat Robinson tonight 60-56. Goreville is all over Ziegler-Royalton 54-28. And let's see if we can get some more scores for you here. You had some other.
Look at that.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm getting it from all sides now. All these Illini fans are letting me have it here.
Foxes are 1 out of 9 to start this fourth quarter, Randy.
Is that right?
Or third quarter.
Altamont leads Neoga 32-28. Woodlawn leads Wayne City at the half 33-17.
Cardinals trying to make a statement.
Yeah, playing at home tonight.
Looks like they may be headed to the Wayne City Regional.
First time those two have played each other this year. There's a trap by the Mules right in front of the scorer's bench.
There's that trap that was so effective.
Shelton found himself in the vice grip there, so to speak. Effingham all over Charleston at the half, 42-20. Charleston upset them earlier in the year. I think the Hearts are trying to take it out on them tonight.
Well, sometimes you got to teach them a lesson.
Here's the inbound. Got to stay away from that trap again as Webb gets rid of it. Over to Braden. Back out to Richards now.
And who's in the middle of it? Wyatt Gilbert.
Richards going to drive all the way in, puts up the shot, scores. Nobody really stopped him that time.
Nice drive by Richards. He just kept weaving his way in.
Yeah, real. Richards, a junior. He'll be back next year. Here's Kane Hickson ball top of the key. It's off, no good. Rebound by Webb for the Foxes.
Would you believe?
And a steal, and it's up and in. As Wyatt Gilbert got the steal and got the bucket and drew the foul. He'll go to the line for the and one. So Gilbert, coming off that injured ankle, shows his quickness and contributes right away with that defense creating offense. Missed the free throw, though, and Walden has the rebound for the Foxes. Across to Richards now.
NCOE wins 40-34 in overtime.
Boy, good game there tonight. That's another team you never know how they're going to play.
That was junior high score.
Oh, that was the junior high score. Okay, I'm sorry. Here's O'Neill in the corner for the Mules. Out to Hickson ball.
Big game at Thompsonville tonight. Thompsonville and Gallatin County are playing.
Oh, is that right? Luke Dagg with a shot in the lane.
Both teams are 6-0 in the GEC.
Dagg with about a 12-footer on there, and then he chases it down on defense. But it's taken away by Walden. Foxes have it. They come in the corner now. Braden's going to stop and pop. Missed it. Too strong. And Luke Dagg goes down with a sprained ankle. Official timeout on the court.
Walden got the stick back.
It looks like Dagg's going to be able to walk it off and walk gingerly to the bench, but that's smarts. You've done that before, haven't you, Danny?
Yes, I have.
No fun. Come down wrong on that ankle. Sometimes you step on another guy's shoe. Come down sideways. You know, and back in the day when we were playing, we were all wearing those Converse canvas tennis shoes, which had really no support at all. That was the alley-oop dunk, but again, the Foxes went up to contest it against Estes. He couldn't quite flush it down. Rebound by Hamilton County. As Richards has it out front to Braden.
Yeah, when you done that, you headed to the ice bucket.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, seriously, you look at shoe technology today compared to what it was back when we were all wearing Chuck Connors.
I think Gary Brzezinski loved that punishment.
Is that right?
Stick your foot in for 5, out for 5, in for 15.
Here's Noah McElravy from the corner. It's no good. Rebound Walden for the Foxes. Minute 48 to play here in the third quarter. 39-22. Foxes down by 17 with the basketball. Gordon has it. Out to Shelton now. Swings it back around to Gordon and then to Richards, and he's going to be fouled. And I think that's going to be 4 on Hickson ball.
4 on Hickson ball. Would you believe Hickson ball didn't have a basket in the game either?
How about that? Tough night for Kane Hickson ball. Goes to the bench with 4 personal fouls.
At the 127 mark.
AJ 40, Fairfield 21 in girls after 3 quarters. Thank you for that message, Billy. They're playing over at Wayne City in the regional. Shot in the lane is no good by Shelton. And on the rebound is going to be
Braden
going the other way. How many is that on him? 2?
2.
Okay. McElravy has it for the Mules. I get it across to Zerlini, down low. Cantrell on glass, he scores. Good ball movement that time by the Mules.
How you break a press.
That was quick ball movement.
No dribbles.
Here comes the trap. Fox has got to get rid of it. It's stolen away by Zerlini, and he scores, and he's fouled. And that's what that defense can do to you.
That's what they did to him the last time they played right there. So
Zerlini at the line for the and 1.
He's got 10 this quarter.
No kidding. It's a pretty good quarter.
Make it 11.
Make it 11, yep.
17 on the night.
44-22. The Mules have doubled the Foxes now with 48 seconds to go here in the third quarter. This was just a 9-point game at halftime. In the corner with it is Webb. Ball goes out of bounds.
Crab Orchard beats Carrier Mills 59-56.
That was a tight one. Theotopoulos beats Cissna Park 58-53 as they go lob it in. Too far into the basket is Walden. He can't shoot it, and he comes up a little gimpy. He might have stepped on somebody's shoe. Well, he's in some pain.
He kind of turned that here a while back down at Benton.
Yeah, he's going to go off.
I think he re-injured it.
Yep. Looks like he did.
He is hurt.
Yep, he's in some pain. 25 seconds to go in the quarter as the Mules will bring it up. McElravy has it to Estes. To Cantrell. He throws it to Estes for the dunk, but couldn't quite control it with the one hand. Rebound by the Foxes. 10 seconds left. Shelton almost loses it over the half line. Now gets rid of it. Somebody's got to shoot it. 1 second to go. There's a long one thrown up, and it's off the mark, no good at the end of 3 quarters of play. Our score, Fairfield 44, Hamilton County 22. And we'll come back with the fourth and final quarter here in just a moment.
Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jaggers Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jaggers Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jaggers Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon. Sometimes you need an attorney who can look out for your interest. Located just a short drive away in Mount Vernon, Olson & Reeves offer a free consultation to discuss your needs. Everything is discreet and confidential. At Olson & Reeves, they can provide you with consultation and assistance with traffic law and DUIs, estate planning, living wills, divorce, real estate contracts, personal injury and accidents, as well as medical malpractice. Call Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law in Mount Vernon at 316-7322.
Back to live action at the Mule Barn. Shot missed on the baseline by the Foxes. Rebound by the Mules. They'll come the other way. Danny, your thoughts on that third quarter play?
Foxes was 3 out of 14 in the fourth quarter. The Mules were 8 out of 16. Outscored the Foxes 19-6.
Reese Lee has it down on the baseline. Comes out to Massey, who's in the game now. And now to O'Neill. Trying to post up Reese Lee. Back to Massey.
Effingham St. Anthony 52, South Central 20.
St. Anthony rolling. There'll be a tough one in that regional as Zerlini tickles the twine from behind the line again.
Gives him 20.
Top of the key shot that time. Makes it 47-22. You know, he's tough to guard on that shot because he's so tall and got those long arms. You just can't hardly get a hand in his face to contest it. Here's a shot from the left wing. It's no good by the Foxes as Thrain tried to put it up. Rebound by the Mules. They throw it away, though, as a pass was intended down there to Zerlini.
Number 8 on the Mules.
6:52 to go in the game. We'll reset it here. Fairfield led after 1, 11-9. They led by 9 at halftime, 25-16. Led by 22 after 3 quarters, and in control here now. There's a bounce pass baseline. Back out it comes. Here's a shot in the lane, and it's short. No good by Thrain. Rebound by the Mules. To O'Neal in the corner. He'll fire away. Missed it. Rebound Reese Lee. It's blocked by the Foxes.
Webb.
Ahead to Hunter Braden. And that's knocked out of bounds. Oh, saved. Zerlini got his paw on it. And then brought it back in bounds. And now they
went off the leg of Webb.
And they're going to give it to the Mules. 6:18 to go in the game. Reese Lee gets it ahead to Zerlini. To Hicksonball, who's checked back in the game. He's playing with 4 fouls. Back out to Zerlini. To O'Neal. Inside Estes. Takes it to the glass and scores with authority, and he's fouled.
And a foul by Weaver. That'll be Zach's second foul.
Yeah, the tempo has definitely been much slower tonight, Danny, but the Mules have still shown the ability to adjust and be able to instill their will, so to speak. But the Foxes came out with a lot more energy tonight. You got to give them credit.
Oh yeah, and I think last night's game, they played an overtime game last night. I think it's taking its toll right now.
I think it is here in the second half. But I think they had a nice pep in their step as they came in tonight. Here's the throw down to O'Neal, and he's going to lay it up easily. And
gives him 10 on the night.
That's a 30-point lead, and we're going to have a running clock now. And Fairfield's had a lot of those this year. Reese Lee with the rebound on the miss by the Foxes. Ahead to Zerlini. Down to Estes. Easy one off the glass. And timeout on the court. And I think that's just to get some more players in the game, as I think McElraby's going to clear his bench here a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think so. So the Mules go on the road this Friday at Edwards County, which could be an interesting matchup, as the Lions do have some size and talent to contend with them. And on the road, you never know what's going to happen, and you never know what Edwards County team's going to show up. Foxes are going to be taking on, is it Carmi?
Carmi on Friday night and Saturday night against Waltonville at home. Carmi Friday night at Carmi.
So at Carmi Friday and home at McLeansboro against Waltonville on Saturday.
Tomorrow night, the Lady Foxes will open against Johnson City Indians in regional play. Team they just defeated 78-26 or something on Saturday.
Looks like the Lady Mules are going to be eliminated tonight by Anna Jonesboro as they trail in the fourth quarter at the regional at Wayne City. So it looks like it's going to be Harrisburg and Anna Jonesboro for the title over there.
Number 2 and number 3.
Here's a shovel pass down low intended for Richards, and it goes out of bounds.
Turnover number 13.
5 minutes to go in the game, and again, we've got a running clock the rest of the way here. Noah McElravy will bring it up for the Mules. Gets to Logan Trent, back to McElravy, and he fires away for the 3 ball. He's got some range, too. We saw that in the JV game.
Oh, yeah.
Again, he's just a sophomore, the coach's son, and he'll be a vital part of the Mules the next couple of years as they try a backdoor cut on the pass. And it was intended for Austin Gray, out of bounds. Turnover on the Foxes. We'll have a lot of scores posted for you here later on tonight on AreaSports.net, so you can keep up with all the area games. McElravy has it again for the Mules, over to Logan Trent in the corner to Cantrell. Inside, there's a nice give for Caleb Freimeyer. And we saw Freimeyer get up off the floor and jump pretty high on that JV game too, didn't we?
Yes.
Down low, there's a shot up and in for the Foxes. Is that Richards on the shot?
Yes, Richards.
Kalen Richards with the basket. Makes it 59-24, 3:45 and counting on the clock.
The Foxes starters score 4 points in the second half.
Is that right? Wow. There's a missed free throw, but a rebound by the Foxes as
Sam Leakey.
Okay, I was going to say I don't see him on my sheet here.
Number 25.
Although that was 15. I was reading it wrong.
Or that is 15 maybe. That's Sam Leakey, though, that's who it is.
They're changing jerseys on us here. Okay.
First free throw's no good. Leakey gets one.
59-25. Bree Central is leading Trenton Westland 29-27.
Looking at a little bit of stuff here, Randy, while this is clicking off here.
Go ahead.
O'Neill finishes with 10, Cantrell with 3, Estes with 15, Zerlini with 20. Pretty good to come off the bench and get 20 and lead the team. Dag with 4, Gilbert with 2, and McElravy with 3. For the Foxes, Braden finishes with 6, Shelton 2, Webb 5, and Walden with 7.
All right. Blake Pruitt has it for the Mules. They go inside to Freimeyer. Missed the shot. He follows it, but it's rebounded this time by the Foxes. They'll bring it back the other way with exactly 2 minutes to go.
Woodlawn beats Wayne City 58-29, and Goreville over ZR 54-28. Goreville will be hosting one of those 1A regionals along with Cesar, Wayne City, and I forgot where the other one is.
Well, and again, the seeds will all come out for Class 1A and 2A this Thursday, and the brackets on Friday as the shot's missed underneath by Leakey, and then a foul is committed. And into the ball game is that
Austin Gray
and Grady Leakey?
Grady Leakey.
Okay.
Landon Karcher's in. Brandon Peters is in. Aiden Futrell's in.
Both teams emptying their benches here in the final 2 minutes as McElravy comes in the corner to Pruitt. He gives it down low. The shot is up and in by Brandon Lane. Lane scores for the Mules. Got a lot of guys in the scorers column tonight, don't they? 61-25. Fox is trying to get a shot off. They do from the corner. And that's no good by Gray. Battle for the rebound. Lane comes away with it. Gets it up to McElravy. Ahead to Pruitt. Pruitt in the corner to Freimeyer with 37 seconds left. Down low they go to Lane, and he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line. Brandon Lane is another one of the young sophomores here on the Mules. His future looks pretty bright for the next couple of years here for Fairfield basketball. Missed the first one.
They're pretty deep all the way around.
They are, aren't they? And he gets the second one, and that's going to about put the final numbers on the board here. Unless the Foxes shoot one here at the end. They do. Shot is off, no good, and that is the horn to end the game. Our final score, Fairfield wins it by a score of 62-25. Again, the freshman game tonight was won by Hamilton County, 39-31. Fairfield won the JV game 40-15, and again the final here in the varsity game 62-25. Anything else you want to add there?
No, Randy, the Foxes played an awful good first half against this Fairfield Mules team, but the Mules' shoulder strength, they come out and outscore the Foxes 19-6 in that third quarter and coast out of here with a 62-25 victory.
Well, again, as we said at the top of the broadcast, so if you're the Foxes, you came in here hoping to play better basketball than you did against the Mules last time. They did that. They accomplished that. They had fewer turnovers and, hung with them a little bit longer this time. And so seeing some improvement there. And
we had a first tonight. Cody Bailey got his first technical, and he got it at his hometown.
How about that? How about that? Again, the Mules will be on the road at Edwards County this Friday. The Foxes will be on the road, on the road at Carmi on Friday, and then home on Saturday against Waltonville. So
anybody that can't make the trip tomorrow night, you can watch the Lady Foxes start their postseason at Vienna. 6 o'clock tip time. FoxesFans.net. We're going to be sitting in the Eagles' nest.
The Eagles' nest. So
I asked him, I said, is that sticks and straw or what?
So you haven't had a chance to test it out down there yet, but you're taking their word for it that hopefully it's going to work well.
He tells me I'll have no issues, so
I hope they're right.
Time will tell. They're going to get what I get. That's all I can tell them.
Gotcha. All right. Again, our final score here tonight. Fairfield led it after one quarter, 11-9. It was 25-16 at halftime, 44-22 after 3. And the final, Fairfield wins it 62-25. So for Danny Anselmet, this is Randy Olson saying thanks for watching and thanks for listening, and so long from the Mule Barn.